In this masterclass, I will share some of the tips and techniques that will help you develop unforgettable characters that drive your story forward. Let's get started. So first up, let's talk about how you give your characters depth. Deep character comes when you give them a really good backstory. So think about your character's history. How did it shape them? How did it affect the choices that they make today? J.K. Rowling was a master of this. She created backstories for, even for minor characters. And this helped, her create a universe that became much more believable for us as readers. Just think about all the minor characters. They all have their backstory, they all have their flaws, and everything that they've lived through has helped shape the characters that they are today. Next up, focus on your characters' desires and motivation. What do they want more than anything? What drives their actions? Understanding these aspects can help you create characters that are much more understandable, realistic, and relatable. Just think about the characters in Game of Thrones or The Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. All of those characters have really deep desires that drive the entire plot of the story. It's so well thought out and he writes it really, really good. So take a cue from him and learn. Another key element is flaws and strengths. Perfect characters are boring. We need to have a character with flaws so that we can relate to them and so that they become three-dimensional. Make sure that the flaws actually matter and it affects the story as well. Because if you just give them a flaw for fun, like, oh, I'm afraid of heights, and there will be no heights in the story, then what's the point? It makes no sense. But make sure that it is some kind of flaw that they either have to overcome to, get to where they want to or whatever. But it has to matter. Because if it doesn't matter, then we won't remember it and it won't make an impact on us as readers. One example of a character with a lot of flaws and strengths is Frodo Baggins, the Lord of the Rings. Brave and determined, but he's also very vulnerable and often afraid. Dialogue is another very impactful tool when it comes to creating great characters. Quentin Tarantino is a master of creating riveting dialogue. So, watch a few of his movies and try to learn from him because each character should have their own unique voice. So, getting that into the dialogue is so important. And how do you get that into the dialogue? Well, look at your character. Is this person or is this character, is it what kind of education level do they have? Where did they grow up? Stuff like that does affect how we talk a lot. So try to incorporate that in the way that they speak. And finally, and probably the most important part, is to show how your character grows. So characters should evolve throughout the story and their experience should impact them, leading to growth and transformation. This journey makes them dynamic and keeps readers invested. Think about Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice, whose evolving relationship with Mr. Darcy transforms her. And if you want to learn more about how to create dynamic characters that grows and you want to learn more about character arcs, I definitely recommend that you read K.M. Weiland's book on how to create archetypical character arcs. And you should also watch some of Abby Emmons' videos on this topic. She is a master of, teaching us how to write more dynamic characters. So check those two out. I will leave the links in the description box. Yeah, so to recap, here are the key points to creating compelling characters. Develop a rich backstory, define desires and motivations, balance flaws and strengths, craft unique, revealing dialogue, show growth and change. Crafting compelling characters, it does take time and effort, but in the end, it will be so much more worth it because it will bring in the reader and it will, leave a mark on us as readers. We will remember the character and they will stay with us for a really, really long time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, it would really help if you gave it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more content like this. I will talk to you soon. Bye.